Hi guys! This week I'm taking a break from my Fnaf series to do another very requested doll. Today we're making a unicorn inspired doll. I've also been very specifically requested to do The Last Unicorn, which is an old book and movie where you see the last unicorn find out that she is the last and go on a journey to try to find the rest of her species, and on this journey she gets transformed into a human by a wizard. I chose to change my character up a little bit from the one in the movie, so I gave her a bit of color to her hair and also had her have her visible horns, so someone who hadn't watched the movie or read the book would know what I'm making. For the base of this project I'll be using this Draculaura Monster High doll. As per usual, it's one I bought second hand, and it seems that this doll has spent some time on the beach, because once I started removing the hair it just turned out it was full of sand, which was a little bit unfortunate. Remove the original face with some acetone or nail polish remover before cleaning it and then priming it with the Mr. Super Clear spray. For the repaint I use a few different shades of watercolor pencils and a bit of chalk pastel. I try to stay very true to the eye shape and color of that of the last unicorn, and at first I tried sketching on the face and I was a little unsure if they would work with the face sculpt, but in the end I think they turned out pretty cute. After filling in the basic shapes I just blocked in the colors. In her unicorn form, the last unicorn has an almost pink star shape on her forehead, right where her horn is. But in her human form she doesn't actually have the horn, I just chose to add that later. But as here I'm drawing on the kind of star shape, but it's not like really a pointy star, it's kind of more rounded. I wanted to keep the lips very soft, so I used a bit of pink chalk pastel to blush the lips, and then I went over the other areas that I used my pencils on, going over with the matching color of pastel to just deepen the colors a bit in this first layer. At this point I sealed the doll in again, so I could start working on top using the same steps. I used a pink chalk pastel, slightly darker than the skin tone, for some very subtle shading. I also used some straight up white pastel to highlight the face. I repeat a lot of the same steps in every layer just to deepen the color and make it all more defined. The eyebrows especially gives the doll a somewhat melancholic or sad look, but that's the very look of the character, but obviously you can make it look more happy if you want to. For the first time in a while, I'll only be doing drawn-on lashes rather than 3D lashes later. because the lashes in this type of ice style were just a very big part of it, and it would just look too different if I'd give him in real lashes. In this final layer, you add the final highlights and also the highlights of the eyes. When you're happy with the face, seal it in a final time. After it was dry, I added glaze to the eyes and lips. For the hair, I used some acrylic yarn which I brushed out and straightened to make it into doll hair. In the movie, she has white or whitish blonde hair, but I chose to add a bit of pastel or rainbow tones to the underneath of her hair just to add a bit more color. Once all the hair has been glued to the head, give it a final trim. For the horn, I used some grey polymer clay, rolled out 2 cone shapes and then twisted them together. After baking, paint it with acrylic paint. Then you can glue it to the forehead or do what I did, as to stick it on with a piece of sticky tack so it's attachable. For the dress, I used the kitchen film and tape method to get an idea of the basic shape. To make a sleeve pattern, you need to measure out the arm. Trace your front and back piece onto paper, add seam allowance and also widen out the skirt and make it as long as you want it to be. For the sleeve, I made a pattern like this that's twice as wide on the top as it needs to be so it can poof a little bit. For fabric, I chose to use this purple fabric with a slight floral print, but you can use whatever you want to. Cut out your pieces and then take the 2 front pieces and sew them together right sides on the middle. Then take the 2 back pieces and sew to the front by the side seams. I chose to hem the bottom and top edge now because it's easier, but you can do it in the end if you want to. Then fold the dress in half and sew up the back. Now you can turn the right sides out and fit it on your doll. Now you just close off the back using velcro or buttons. For the sleeves, you want to start by hemming the bottom edge, then take a piece of elastic and sew this while stretching it to the top. Sew down the side of the sleeves and then you're ready to sew them onto the dress. To decorate, I added a trim of lace around the top and some buttons down the front. And the dress is done. Now we can assemble the doll and she's all ready. And here she is all together. Again, this is just my take on the character, but I'm really happy with how she turned out. I especially enjoy the face, I think it turned out really pretty. I've also been considering buying another Avia Trotter doll to make a more like Pegasus unicorn doll. So if you're interested in seeing something like that, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in a new one real soon. Bye!